Our agenda over here is Khalil, are you here? Okay, I was just making sure. Since we were late, Khalil's family is still at the hotel, and he was kind of waiting for his turn because he's got some assignment. So Khalil, I appreciate it, and sorry, Maria, if you see this movie later on, it was not who did this, it was Khalil. We have a small thing. When we were organizing this program, or some of us organizers came up with the thought that a lot of our kids, they don't know about NED. They don't know about the institution who made us who we are. So we thought, okay, we will put something real brief, real quick for our kids. And I think most of the kids already left from here. So can someone bring them inside so that we can show them? So what Khalil will do, he's got a couple of slides over here, and he will talk about the history of NED real fast.
We've been getting together for a while. In Michigan, for example, we've been getting together for quite some time. And our kids have grown together with each other. And many a times these guys ask us, whatever is this NED? What is that NED, or is it actually NED? And what does that mean? So we figured we'll be getting some of those kids from Michigan, and we have some kids from here, Canada, and some other places like Pakistan. And I put together a few slides, and I will show what NED is all about. So NED now is a university, but it was not always a university. NED is actually the oldest engineering institution in Pakistan. And a lot of us even didn't recognize that it is actually that old. It goes back quite a bit. And I'll show you a slide here that shows the brief history of Wales Engineering College, and call it NED Engineering College. Now, why they're calling it NED Engineering College? NED actually stands for a guy. See, when they started this Prince of Wales College, there were several donors that came along, and they donated some money, just like people would do to start a foundation. The major donor was Nadir Shah Idalji Din Shah. And you can see they take the first letters of his name, and that is how the NED came into being. Then came along Pakistan, creation of Pakistan in 1947. And when Pakistan was created in 1947, the government of Sindh took over the NED Engineering College, and they renamed it to NED Government Engineering College. And that was in 1947. Then in 1977, all these years NED was a college. In 1977, it got the status of a full-fledged university, and it was renamed NED University of Engineering and Technology. Now, in fact, our group that went into NED, I think was probably one of the first ones to go into the NED University of Engineering and Technology. It may be the second one, no? It was the first one, the very first group. So we do have that distinction of being the very first group of NED University of Engineering and Technology. Impressive name, huh, isn't it? This is how NED looked like back when they started. This building, by the way, is still in existence in Karachi. When you guys go out there, go visit the old Karachi. The building is still there. And in fact, I think
there's a department.
And it's also considered a heritage, right? Yeah, so it's a heritage, of course, a national asset. In 1980, this is what NED looked like, and this picture is taken by Nafis. And I think he was hung upside down somewhere and given a camera and said, okay, go ahead, take a picture. So he took this picture. You can see that, there were quite a few buildings even back then in 1980 when it became, right after it became NED University. Today, you can see that, these are modern buildings. These are some of the buildings. And there are several of these buildings now in NED University. So you can see that NED has come along a long way. Okay, there are a couple of more things about NED. You guys may be thinking that, okay, so you guys came from this university called NED University, but does it mean anything? Does it offer anything that somebody might be interested in? Because I know my university, like University of Michigan, offers hundreds of programs and so forth. So this is a major university. It offers 21 undergrad programs. It offers 27 postgraduate programs. And I believe is it offering any PhD programs now?
Only for the faculty.
Only for the faculty though, at this point. How many students? There are over 6,000 enrolled students here. And consider this, when it started in 1921, there were only 50 students. Only 50. So that's quite a bit of achievement. It's got a big library, over 100,000 books in this library, access to the worldwide libraries and so forth. Pretty modern. So you can see NED has come a long way, and rightfully so. We are very proud of its heritage. We are very proud that we are a graduate of such a high distinctive university. And I hope you appreciate next time when you look at your dad and say, well, what is NED? You know what NED is and why we are proud of it. Okay?